Right, welcome back. Last time, we went ahead and conquered, well, Lauenburg. So now we're integrating the province. This will take time, and there's probably going to be some issues with unrest for some time, but yeah. So now my only neighbors are Lubeck, which was my rival, but didn't help defend the empire, so it's going to be a while before I can even ally them again. And Hamburg, as well as Pomerania, who is allied to the Emperor, and Denmark-Norway, which, well, okay, some random HRE minor, but also has, Denmark-Norway, and is currently working on integrating Sweden. So we might actually get a Scandinavia this game, which would be kind of terrifying. Especially since it's making inroads across the Baltic Sea. Yeah. Actually, I have something over here too, so. I mean, my only real expansion targets now are Pomerania, which, again, protected by the Emperor. So that's 27,000 troops in the field, though this will likely disappear soon because they were just recently left for war. As well as Friesland, who doesn't have any allies, but that could change any time, especially since they're improving Bohemia's relations. Yeah. So. I'm going to have the very least fabricate claims, probably something like Bremen. Specifically the Low Saxon provinces, because, they're going to be easier for me to integrate because of culture. But yeah, that will all take time, and I would have to at the very least build up a navy, because I'm not sure how Pomerania is going to respond. They may give military access to Friesland, they may not. It depends on the situation, and having a fleet will ensure that I can at least handle things as needed. I'm also saving up money for the rank 3 urban amenities. Though when exactly I'll be able to get them, yeah. Still need more literati labor, but at least the Earth Knights are still moving in. Which is good because I still need more of them. Especially once I start building up, well, finally piecing together the money and actually start building up. But yeah, let's get going. No, the League Wars. Oh no. That's gonna come up again, isn't it? I thought we solved the question earlier. Lutheran Empire, but I guess not. Great, they're allied with me. I knew that period of time wouldn't last longer, and apparently it's gone already. Seriously, was it really a good idea to turn the HRE Catholic when most of the HRE looks like this? Blue on the map and all that? Seriously. Okay. Interesting. Anything expire? That's 1513. 1514 for a lot of stuff. That's 1512. 1513. Though I probably won't do it again anyway. Because at that point I have over 50% average state reach. Huh, that's weird. Investment at the same time. So, another fishery investment. Isn't the province already full on fisheries? Yeah. Why do we have another? Bit of investment into extraction too. Okay. The salt mines aren't making that much money, especially compared to the farmlands. Why didn't we invest into farmlands instead? Would have been way better. Way better. Fun. Yeah, it seems to be about a good time to stop here. Oh, yep, definitely. Property maintenance is definitely starting to skyrocket. It's annoying to say the least. And oh, did I forget that? I forgot that stuff, didn't I? Right, I've got to refresh a bunch of estate-specific stuff. Abuse, commerce, and perform a shield devotion. How much unrest does populous perform do? 5. I think, yeah, if I have any positive unrest, it's probably not a good idea to activate. For, honestly, rather obvious reasons. But yeah. I am approaching the point where I can actually afford to upgrade the amenities to rank 3, but I need 350 or so tickets. It's even with all the material cost projects reductions that I have. The cost is probably going down as the cost of resident labor is going down, because it's not just material costs, it's also labor costs too that need to be looked at. Delicacies are also starting to get expensive. Yeah. Which is both good and bad, because I do produce some, but I don't think I produce enough to fulfill my needs, so a rise in price for that really isn't a good thing. Or do I produce enough for my needs? Well, let's see here. Produce demand. Delicacies. Okay, this province produces enough to fulfill demands. This one definitely doesn't. It's not, and Stromans isn't enough to make up for it. What about Vlagrians? Okay, it's most easily seen here. It's definitely enough for its own needs. Altogether, not quite enough for Dithmarschen as well. And what about this province? This province doesn't produce delicacies, but it doesn't consume much either. Because the population is just pretty low. Yeah, there's not even 30k here. This might use some investment in the future, but there's too much unrest at the moment. Plus there's no mines. Be good for some forestry, but that's really about it. Crops, timber. Yeah, actually. There we go. Add provinces to the investment. And let's also clear the selection. There we are. Okay. Right, so the next time the investment fires, it should start investing to Lundberg as well. Lundborg as well. So I'm now finally starting to tax the province too, because it's court. Uncourt provinces can't really be taxed, at least not effectively. Tax income's doing great. Expenses are doing decently. I can probably actually afford to get more manpower soon-ish. Yeah. Could definitely afford a far larger army than I have now. Though, again, I'm still saving up money, so now's not the time. I need to get rank 3 amenities. There was also a slight investment into... The art investor actually did a slight investment into academic. So religious education is now producing just a bit more knowledge. And now we've got even more room for literati. I just hope we can get this quickly enough because, well, it's still spreading pretty slowly. While certain provinces do have it and it's starting to spread via trade centers, I doubt there's very many that are trading in the North Sea as well. I've also noticed that Bayern Straubing is pretty much the last Bavarian country left. I mean, there's Regensburg and Augsburg, as well as the Pfalz. But they've also managed to somehow inherit or something. I think it's inherit. I'm not sure. They might have integrated it, but it could have just been an auto-inherit. Holland. And they also have Hainu as a junior partner. Yeah. Denmark-Norway has already begun integrating Sweden, so this will take decades, that's for sure. And they already own a terrifying amount of land. Yeah. There's also the fact that Friesland has now allied to England, so another expansion opportunity cut off, so I'm basically just sitting and waiting until things change. Pomerania is in the exact same position as it was before. So. Oh, and some weird stuff happened with the HRE. We swapped back to Catholic as the dominant faith, and now we're in religious war. I might sit this one out. I really don't want to go through a massive war. And it looks like the League War is unlikely to fire in the first place. Liberate Elector. Although, isn't it the... Yeah, it's the leader of the Lutheran League that gets the Casus Belli. Yeah. Restoration of Union Casus Belli in Luxembourg. Also, someone just reached tech level 33 in mail tech. I haven't really done that much, though. I've been focusing on getting the elites happy. And watching the diplomatic nonsense that's going on around me. Oh look, and Padua is also at war with the Ottomans. Although really it's an attack against Hungary. Which seems to be working somewhat? I'm not sure. Certainly seems very mixed to me, the current results. The Gold North has also kind of been just sitting there at the moment. Massive coalition, so yeah, I can see why. And that's about it. Stability is high. I've stopped expanding state reach because we've hit 50% average. Let me just show it again. 50.78% average. Provincial corruption is marginally stable. State corruption is going down rapidly, which is good because I'm probably going to end up increasing it a lot again. With greater taxes. With better taxes. However, I'm going to put a moratorium on doing that basically permanently because the biggest problems with provincial corruption are exactly the ones that I cannot fix without getting the meritocracy institution. So I'm not really able to touch that stuff. Oh, that's the wrong province. Here's my province. Okay. Specifically civil examinations reform and means of recruitment. Both of those require either already having meritocracy or a rank 3 capital infrastructure, which is awful to try to obtain. At best I can hope to reduce the wages issue, get some institutional oversight in, and remove regional tenure. Which does remove a lot of it, but not that much. Still, it's something to help with these issues. It's good to see state corruption go down. That's also good. But that's really about it. Province doesn't have that much unrest, definitely not compared to these two at the very beginning, so I don't think this rebel faction is going to be much of a problem to deal with. Economically, not much has happened. No dramatic wars to change anything. Autonomy's going down across the board, which is good, because the taxes are becoming even more effective at doing what they do. Heck, even this province is doing decently, autonomy-wise. The disloyal elites and high separatism are causing problems here. Again, high Republican tradition is certainly helping. I have not been this high since the start of the game on that, which is excellent to have. But yeah. Right, so let's just look at this button again. Oh, actually, I've gone on long enough. I know that. Yeah. I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye. I need to stop making my end bits over 10 minutes long.